Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to Let's Play .hack Volume 3. This is some type of artist, and last time we didn't do much at all, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, you know what? I just kind of, reviewed, a couple of, clips from the last episode, just to remind myself what I can say happened in the last episode, and I can't even remember now, and that was, 2 minutes ago. Oh man, that's great. That's really good. I think I had some. Yeah, okay, I remember now. We had I had some weird issues with I felt like a lot of characters were trying to convince me that the world is slowly turning into an IDA server, and I was like, okay, but it doesn't really feel that way compared to the last IDA server incident. But now we're here because. I don't know. I don't know why we couldn't have done this through email, but we're choosing our members for the PK tournament, and this whole area kind of feels like a huge waste of time. Because, we're supposed to meet Entrance and Sakubu here, so we can... Sakubu! Well, it's October. Yeah, let's call him Sakubu now. Him, her, whoever it is, it's Sakubu. Yeah, so we're supposed to be here choosing our members for the tournament, and we're supposed to meet Entrance and Sakubu. They're not here, so we're like, oh, I wonder if they're at the beast statue at the very end of the dungeon. So we have a big, long dungeon ahead of us that, I've mostly cut out. I keep a few of the enemies in here. There's, a lot of, I think this episode has a lot of smaller areas in it, so, you know, I think a lot of it is eventually just going to be cut out. But, these enemies right here, I love these enemies. I love them so much. I think they're so much fun to hit with your scythe. And I think they're just so silly, on their own. They're, these big, jumping lizards with, these ridiculously large, old man pipes. And I don't know why. It's just, it's super funny to me. I do actually like fighting these things a lot. And then we have the chain whip kind of thing. The chain whip is weird because it's the only enemy in the game where they didn't capitalize part of their name. When we target it again, you'll see the whip isn't capitalized, and it's always that always sticks out to me. I don't know, I guess that's just the literature major in me just looking at something like that. Oh, it blew up. Well, shucks. Never mind, then. Yeah, and unfortunately, we're not getting a lot of experience either, because Volume 3, that just doesn't happen very often. Let's see if we can get it here. Yeah, see, the W isn't capitalized. It's always distracting to me. And it's weird, because I think in the Forest of Pain, in the post-game, chain whips come back, but they're stronger. Because, you know, most enemies that make reoccurring, most enemy types and varieties. We've seen all these before since Volume 1, but they, call themselves something different, or they're, modified to look slightly different or something like that, but, mostly they're all the same. I don't know, this chain whip thing just, comes back, and it's just, stronger, so, I don't know. For that matter, all of these gob cannons, I'd have to go back and check, but, I feel no, the gob cannons, I think they're all called gob cannon, but I think they're all, they have different numbers at the, end of all of them. But, yeah, it's, it's kind of frustrating to, go through areas in Volume 3, because, you weren't just, getting a lot of experience for them. And again, I'm not really sure if that's, me, because I leveled up all the way to 100 in Volume 2, and then I came to Volume 3 maybe a little over-prepared, because that didn't happen in Volume 1. I went and fought the super boss, right after I beat the game, and I was, mid-40s then, and you could have leveled up all the way to 50, so I don't know if that would have, if I had leveled up all the way to 50 in Volume 1, if that would have affected my, experience in Volume 2 or not. But, here's the thing, too, Volume 1 and Volume 2, you're probably going to be gaining around, 40 or 45 levels just playing the game normally. Volume 3, I mean, I guess if you went into Volume 3, like at around level 90 or mid-90s, you'd be gaining just about the same amount of experience, but it always kind of, like, throws me, because in the back of my head, I always, like, know, like, each game's level cap increases by 50, so you end Volume 1 you can end Volume 1 maxed out at 50, and then Volume 2, you can max out at 100. This game you can max out at 150, but here's the thing. You're gonna finish the actual game at around 130. So, like, it's weird, because I'm never really sure, like, do you gain less levels, or was it just the way I finished it? And I don't know. I guess this is the way I've always kind of played it, so I'm not really sure, but... What's that? Sakubo and Entrance aren't here. Great. I'm glad we went through that whole dungeon then, so let's just sit around. Let's not even open the chest yet. What's up, guys? You're late. I mean, we could have done a short mail thing, like the last time this happened, but whatever.
So then, we're obviously all here today because of the PK tournament.
Sakaki's controlling the system and has taken this thing over completely. Bastard!
I'm pretty sure Sakaki heard that.
You said it wasn't a problem if we met in a normal area, Kun.
Members we'll take. Haseo, you're in, of course.
Of course.
I won't be joining you this time.
What?
And you just leave? What a yeah, Saku's a brat, no kidding there, but Entrance, I'm kind of surprised.
What's with Entrance?
Because he's like
usually all over Haseo.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll join.
Adelie, the Emperor Taihaku is contaminated by I.
No, Haseo, shut the hell up. She has her epitaph back. She's awakened. It's fine now.
Please.
Look, she can, like, do it at will now. So, like, shut up, Haseo. Let Adelie fight.
I'm right here.
It, like, makes me wonder, like, is Haseo still viewing Adelie as, like, Shino and just kind of, like, misplacing some concerns?
Avatar.
Yes, I've awakened.
We knew that, though.
After the Moon Tree incident?
Yeah, Haseo, you fought her when she awakened.
Surprising for someone to awaken after so much emotional shock.
Like, what?
I have an avatar. I can resist Ida, right?
I'm not crazy, right? Like, we knew this.
Protected by everyone all the time.
Like, we saw her awaken. Haseo saw her awaken in Volume 2. He fought her. Like,
I can't go forward anymore.
I don't know. I guess maybe they mean she can, like, summon her avatar at will, but I don't know. Great, so we're back where we started then, huh?
Come on, accept it. You have to. As a fellow epitaph user, you have to understand Adelie's pain and strength.
And, you know, as a friend, too, or whatever you consider your relationship with Adelie. I'm still not quite sure exactly.
Let's do it. I need you.
Oh. Well. Great. I'm glad I skipped most of this dungeon. That was so unnecessary to go through a dungeon for. And you know, granted, this is a problem with Dot Hack, GU, and the original series, but I don't know. Like, I don't know why it doesn't bother me as much in the original series. Probably because there's, like, a much stronger focus on... I don't want to say plot, but, like, on narrative in GU. So, like, when stuff like this happens, I kind of, like, expect more to happen, since GU's, like, very chatty anyway. I don't know. Like, the story in Dot Hack just kind of feels like it moves at, like, a much quicker pace. I don't know. Whatever. Let's go do something else short and simple. So, we have that, post on the board in the last episode where, you know, another Abyss quest was starting. So, I don't know why I got rid of Adelie and Kun. I think I just kind of feeling, like, nostalgic for Syllabus and Gaspard, because I think I've taken them to just about every Abyss quest kind of thing. So let's bring them and go do like the Abyss quest kind of thing to unlock whatever. I'm still yeah, I don't know. It feels so weird to be like considering this an Abyss quest in this game. Like I was saying in the last episode, like the Forest of Pain kind of seems like its own beast entirely, and like I don't know. There were some things I remembered about the Forest of Pain, mostly just using like a ton of extra characters. In fact, I kind of feel like the entire reason the Forest of Pain is so long to start with is to like let you play with those characters. Because like in the original Dot Hack series, you did get a bunch of bonus characters after you completed the last game as well, and
What are they doing?
you know, it was kind of like weird. Like I kind of have some mixed feelings about how it worked, because you got a bunch of characters from Dot Hack Sign. Well, you got 3 characters from Dot Hack Sign. You got 2 characters that became unavailable at a certain point in the story back on your team again, and you got one of the story characters like completely maxed out. So it was kind of like a weird bundle, and the Dot Hack Sign characters were at like a bunch of different levels, and like on the one hand I kind of liked it because it's like, you know, this is where I'd like believe that this is where those characters' levels would be at from the show. It like made sense to their like characters that they'd be at this particular level. But at the same time, it's like we're all the way like at the end of the game. Do we really want to like level up these other ones? And there's really not much you can do with it. I mean, there was the one bonus dungeon, and it was 15 floors, and like you kind of had to bring your A game to it. So like bringing the new guys probably wasn't going to be too helpful. Like I even remember bringing the one character, Helba, that was all the way maxed, like max level and max stats too. Like she was like a hacker. Like that was like her role in the story, and I found even with her, like I had a lot of trouble in that dungeon. I usually don't bring her, probably because you need to bring Elk, actually, the character that Endurance used to be. And he's already a Wave Master, and Helba's a Wave Master as well, and, you know, max stats or not, 2 Wave Masters in the party at one time is kind of, like, unbalanced. It's like a weak team, physically, and there's a lot of monsters that hit hard. But anyway, my point was, like, these other characters, like, you don't have much of a reason to play with them, really, unless you were going to do the other optional quest, which was, completing, like, an item log of, like, every item in the game. And that you would just do for fun. I think the only reward is, like, a wallpaper that I actually still haven't gotten. I got pretty close. I only had, like, a handful of items left to find in one of my files. And, like, every now and again I would go back and just, like, play it for fun. But I've never actually completed it. But I guess you can, like, play around with the other characters and build them up like that if you wanted to. And I guess that's kind of, like, the incentive of giving them that. But, in GU, I guess with the Forest of Pain being 100 floors long, you know...
Entrance.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Hello? Hello? Oh, Jesus. I don't know what happened to my video there. I think it's okay. It just wasn't displaying anything for me. I guess, well, I mean, whatever. I guess we're gonna go do a quest with Matsu now. And, this quest is also pretty long and obnoxious, and I cut a lot of it out. It's one of those Vital Vista quests with my most favorite Vital Vista, Bickman, the art person. And,
Let's invite Matsu.
if you remember from the last volume, the quest with Bickman didn't exactly go so well for me, because I was kind of in a rush, and it took a while, because I had to kind of figure out, like, this puzzle that should have been obvious, but I wasn't paying attention to, because the game worded it weird, and whatever. But anyway, so the Forest of Pain is 100 floors long, and you get a lot of characters here, and I guess, like, the point was, like, you can, like, play around with them, because, like, I mean, the enemies aren't really nearly as bad as the game brings them out to be. They're all, like, appropriate leveled enemies, and honestly, you can just skip a lot of them, too. In fact, I end up doing that. Like, I kind of give up on the not using fairies orbs things there, just to keep a pace going. And you know, it's kind of disappointing because it's 100 floors, and each floor kind of has the exact same layout. Just like the exits and entrances are in just like different parts of it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, how did I get onto the topic of all these extra characters and their levels and everything? Like, I don't know. Whatever. Look, it's Bickman. And Bickman is all, like, spruced up now. You do know who I am, don't you? Even if you adventurers have nothing to do with the art world, I'm sure you've at least heard my name. I'm the painting phenomenon who's brushed your path all the way from lowly portrait drawing of the street to an art world debut in one stroke. Get it? Because, like, we're in, like, an actual city now. Oh, yeah, you're too good for Mac Anu now. Is that it, Bickman? You had a little taste of, you know, fame, and now you're gonna be like, I don't do portraits by the water anymore. So, I don't know. We're escorting Bickman somewhere. I wasn't really paying attention. Let's get to the reason why we're here.
Matsu, what's your deal anyway?
So blunt. I love it.
We're enemies. Why'd you ask me on this quest?
Like, he means it from the tournament, but I just kind of, like...
Quit thinking so hard.
It's kind of just, like, appropriate question to ask Matsu. Because it's like, Matsu, why are you in our party? Why are you in this story? I mean, I love Matsu, don't get me wrong. I love chill characters in this game because we have enough melodrama as it is, but... Yeah, I mean, kind of. Like, Matsu, like, what's up? Why are you here? Why are we doing this? But, I feel like we have a lot of quests like that. For some reason, I remember a lot of quests with Matsu and Antares in this game, but I don't know. I could be misremembering it. One thing I am happy about is at least there's, like... I know we just went to one of them, but I feel like there's less areas that we need to go to for, like, no reason, and a lot of these no reason areas we go to are all quest related. So, I don't know. Maybe that's another reason why Volume 3 kind of feels, like, shorter in general. It's not, according to, like, the episodes I recorded. I mean, this Let's Play is gonna be shorter because of just how I'm doing episodes now. But, yeah, I don't know. Volume 3 is always kind of, like, a weird bag to me, because, like, it always feels shorter compared to, like, the other volumes. And maybe it's just because it's, like, the, like, finale, or it was the finale before, like, you know, Volume 4 is gonna be a thing now. I still don't really know what that's gonna be about. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't have a PS4, so I'm not gonna, like, buy the, GU Recoded or whatever it is, the HD remake plus Volume 4, but I would like to know what the hell is in Volume 4. I don't know, it's just weird they'd be doing this, like, 10 years later. Like, I think for the most part, GU wraps up fairly well. Like, in that it doesn't leave a lot of loose ends, at least compared to, like, I don't know. It ends, you know, it doesn't end, like, on a cliffhanger or anything. I guess I'll talk more about it, maybe when, we get to the end of this volume, because I don't want to spoil too much, but, yeah, fuck this dungeon. We're not gonna be doing this dungeon. Jeez, you're slow. I thought I was pretty fast there, actually. Are you even trying? You're so... Fuck you, Bickman. Let's just get to the end of this. We have other things to do in this story. Just go forward. Get to the end of this. So we're here. That was a fun dungeon.
What's that?
Oh, it's the Grunties.
No, Nero. That's oink oink oink, Nero.
Alright, but what are you doing here?
Mello's here too? When did he come back?
You're welcome.
Oink, oink, oink. It's much more manly, don't you think? I like it better.
For me? I really like halibut, do you?
I didn't ask for your favorite food, Nettle. Death, would you quit standing there and join in, Nettle? We're here today so that the Grunty tribe can deepen their bonds, Nettle.
This is riveting.
Not interested, oink. You guys can go on without me, oink. Besides, there's some no-shows, oink. So I'll just keep to myself, oink.
Why'd you even come in the first place, then?
Stop being so difficult, Netto.
Don't boss me around, oink.
Fighting is also very manly. You guys are all very, very manly. Sorry about that, Nettle.
Wait, oink. Hey, I like oink, 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 too.
Oh my god, this is so captivating. Why am I not talking? Like, why am I letting this go? Why didn't I fast forward this? This is awful. Yeah, like, this is stupid. I'm gonna just say, like, I don't know.
Really?
Like, it feels like it's some kind of, like, Japanese joke that I just, like, am not understanding at all. Like, I've never really gotten the whole, like, we have to, like, have, like, this sound at the end of all our sentences kind of gag. And this just kind of seems like, let's have a bunch of characters that do this, like, all together, and it's gonna be cute for some reason, and I just don't get it. Like, I think when I was an anime fan, I was, like, more accepting of it, but, like, now it's just, like, this doesn't have anything to do with anything. I guess you could call it world building. Maybe. I don't know. Like, if you were, like, interested in the lore of the Grunties or whatever. But, like, I don't know. It's just... You know, after hearing all the shit about, like, the Ida server taking over the world and Sakaki taking over the world, and it's just like, why are we doing this? Why can't we, like, go forward? Like, I don't know. If it was just a side quest, fine, but I think you have to, like, do this quest to progress the story, and it's like...
Yes, I see.
There's nothing here. All that was here is just, like, Matsu and Hisao just, like... I don't know. Like, Matsu just, like, being, like... I don't know. Like, what do I even mean? Hisao's just like, Matsu, why are you in this tournament? And Matsu's just like, let's just do a quest. And then at the end, it's just gonna be like, hey, so I'm doing this tournament. And Hisao's like, yeah. And then Matsu's just like, see you around. I don't know. Like in the other games, I would just, like, say, like, it's to, like, build levels. But here, it's like... Why? We're not gaining levels, we're gaining so little experience. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The leveling in this game is weird. I'm trying to, like, think back to. Like, my first playthrough, I really can't remember. You know, I can see by my old files, I did max out my levels, but... For, you know, even for Volume 2 then, like, I don't remember, like, feeling like you're not gaining a lot in Volume 2. It's just Volume 3 I feel that way in. So I don't know, maybe it's just like a mix of where I was at with levels and like how much progression you make in the game. I don't know. I think at a certain point we do start gaining experience, like, normally again, but god, that might not even be until the Forest of Pain though. But I mean, at the same time though, like, you get levels so easily in GU, it's like, is it a huge problem, like, realistically? Because, like, gaining levels, like, feels like it means something again. You know? Because it's like... I don't know, if you're just gaining levels too easily, then it's like, what's the point, you know? It, like, here it, like, finally feels like we're fighting for levels. And, like, one of the things I liked about, Dot Hack Sign and Dot Hack Roots was it felt like it took time to get strength. Like, you saw people, like, just kind of, like, walking through dungeons at, like, a brisker pace, and, like, battles taking longer, It felt like, you know, being at a high level meant something, but like when you're playing like the GU games or the Dot Hack original series, it feels like levels don't really mean that much at all just because they come by so easily. But then at the same time, it's like battles in GU aren't exactly quick like they were in the first series. So like, is it really worth sticking around for like such a little reward at the end? I don't know, it's just... it just kind of confuses me. Again, conflicted thoughts on how GU does things. So the Grunty's disappeared, but Narrow's here. Or Narrow, is that it? Narrow Grunty? Wise Grunty? He says Narrow, I think it's just Wise Grunty. I don't know.
Joining the Grunty tribe, then I suggest you give Raven a visit now.
It's weird because, like, all these Grunties are supposed to, like, be based off of their Guildmaster's personalities, and the Wise Grunty is supposed to be based off of Yada, and it acts nothing like Yada. So you've kind of got to, like, wonder, like, how Yada, like... How does Yada behave, like, normally? Like, it was weird, because, like, he's kind of all business in, well... I'll hold off on that thought later. But anyway, like, when he was Nala, like, he was, like, a fun enough character, I guess. He had, like, I don't know, he was business, but he was nicer. It, like, makes me wonder, like, how many personalities does Yada have, like, hidden, you know? I don't know. I'll go back to square one and start over as a normal artist. I'll be drawing portraits at the bridge that I just criticized, like, 10 minutes ago. So, whoop-de-doo. Thanks, Matsu. Thanks for a fun quest.
Quests like these. Hey, Haseo.
What?
Is it true what I've heard? That the one behind this PK tournament is Sakaki?
Sakaki's pulling the strings. He's got it all rigged.
We did just tell you that in the last episode.
I see.
Like, why does he say that? We were literally the ones that told him.
Matsu, I know I already said this, but you should really drop out of the tournament.
No can do. Be careful, Haseo. You're the one Sakaki's after. I don't know what kind of trap he's set for you, so watch out.
Idiot. What are you doing worrying about me?
You know, it's episodes like these that make me kind of wish I was doing the whole series like this, because goddamn, that was 2 episodes and nothing really happened. Stuff happens in the next one, though, so stay tuned. We're going to start the new PK tournament, I think. So, have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you later. Bye.